Please all rise for the opening prayer. Amen. Please be seated. Today is our first day of our training. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Princess Bautista. I am your facilitator, trainer for the whole durations of our training. So before we start, let me get your attendance first. Write your name and signature. As I call your name, please raise your hand. Ms. Alonica Magtangob, Mr. Jigo. So once again, trainees, I would like to welcome you here at Offshore Onshore Institute of Technology, Training and Assessment Center rented by Tesla here in Mauban, Quezon. And here in Offshore Onshore, we're implementing the competency-based training. So what is the CPT? Do you have any idea about the CPT? Okay, the CPT is a training delivery approach that focuses on the competency development of the learners as a result of the training. So meaning CPT is focuses on the learning outcome rather than the learning process within the specified period of time, and highlights on what the learners actually do on what they know. Okay? The next is, so to know more about the CPT, I'd like to discuss to you the CPT process flow. So when the trainee enters the program, we as a facilitator trainer will administer the recognition of prior learning, we conduct the orientation, and we discuss the important role of the trainer and the trainees. Next is when the trainee selects competency, and receive instruction, the trainer will administer learning contract, organize learning strategy, provide materials, introduce CBLM materials, introduce the use of achievement progress report. And when the trainee select competencies and receive instruction, the trainee will review the learning package, view the multimedia materials, use manuals, observe demonstration, practice skills in workshop, receive assistance and advice from the trainer. So the example here is the trainee practices the task, so the trainer observes the performance of the trainee. And the trainee rates his her own performance. And of course, the trainer will rate the performance of her trainees. So one of the example here is when you finish certain competencies, you may select another unit of competencies. And when you finish all the, and when you satisfactorily well perform the unit of competency, you may select another unit of competency. And then when you are completed all the unit of competency for that qualification, you may undergo the national assessment. Then later on, the trainee will exit the program. And another example is when you are industry workers and you want to go back to the company, you may file an exit form. So when you are ready to come back, you may file an entry form. So when you receive the NYC, so don't be bothered. Your trainer will help you and will advise you to practice more and improve yourself and your skill to be able to fill in the training gaps. So are we clear with the CPT process flow?
Yes.
Okay. Let us proceed to the 10 principles of the CPT. So I will discuss to you some key principles of the CPT. So learning is competency-based or modular in structure. So meaning, one unit of competency is equivalent to one module. So the trainee must be competent enough with the current given competency before the trainee will be able to proceed with another unit of competency. Okay? And we also have here the training is based on the work that must be performed. So meaning, what happened here in our training is actually happened in the industry. So our training is based on the industry standard, and the trainer will provide the simulates working environment, and we allow here the recognitions of the prior training. So I will discuss to you the important role of the trainees and the trainee, the trainer. So the first is I will discuss to you the role of the trainer. So unlike the traditional settings where the trainer facilitator will dispense all the information, here in CBT, the main purpose of the trainer is to coordinate with the learning process. Spends most of his her time in dealing with the demonstration, performance tasks, and activities of the students or learners, and dealing with the evaluation of the performance of the trainees, and record the progress, and provide consultations and feedback. And are we clear with the role of the trainer? Another example is all the performance here in CBT will be performed by the trainees. So let's proceed with the role of the trainees. So here is individualized and then learner centers. So meaning trainees is self-paced, and the trainees learn at their own rate. They may slow down, they may speed up, slow down, or even repeat the task. And the trainee will may choose on how they learn individually, one by one, or in a small group, in a large group, or with audio and visuals. Okay, are we clear with the role of the trainees? So let's proceed with the qualifications of electrical installation and maintenance, EIM and Jigo. It's composed of basic, common, and the core. For our basic competencies with the durations of 18 hours, the following: participate in workplace communication, work and team environment, practice career professionalism, practice occupational health and safety procedure. For our common competencies with the durations of 24 hours, are the following: use hand tools, perform mensuration and calculation, prepare and interpret technical drawing, apply quality standards, terminate and connect electrical wiring and electronic circuits. And for our, the most important competency is our core competency, with the durations of 154 hours, perform wrapping-in activities, wiring and cabling works for single-phase distribution, power, lighting, and auxiliary systems, and also install lighting protective devices for distribution, power, lighting, auxiliary lighting protection, and grounding systems. And also install wiring devices of floor and wall mounted outlets, lighting fixture, switches, and the auxiliary outlets. So are we clear with the competencies of our qualifications?
Yes.
Okay. Let's proceed to the competency-based learning materials. So what is CBLM? So CBLM is a simply well-designed and carefully developed learning materials that give trainees detailed instructions to guide them through the learning. So I have here the examples of the CBLM. So throughout our training will be guided by our CBL. We will use the CBLM. So CBLM composed of different parts. First is the cover page, followed by the information sheet, where you can find certain details on a particular topic, followed by the self-check to evaluate your learning from the information sheet. The next is the answer key, where you can tally your answer. The next is we have the task sheet, operation sheet, and the job sheet. So what are the difference among the three? So in our task sheet, it contains guidelines and procedure on how to perform a certain task. In operation, it also contains of the guidelines and procedure, but on how to use the machine or equipment. And the next is the job sheet, which is compositions of multiple tasks and guidelines and procedures on how to perform the particular task. And all of this will rate or evaluate by using the performance criteria checklist. Okay, are we clear with the competency-based learning materials?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us proceed to the monitoring tool. So in our monitoring tool, we have here the trainer's record book. So I will cite here every you've done the specific task. And also we have here the achievement chart for every performance task that you have done to our practical work area. Okay, so I will update your achievement chart. We have also here the progress charts. It contains of the unit of competencies of our basic, common, and core. So every unit of competencies that you are accomplished, I will update your progress chart. Okay? So are we clear with our monitoring tool?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. Okay, let us proceed on how will you be evaluated. So we will use the assessment methods, written examination, demonstration, and oral questioning. So in evaluation system, we are using C, stands for competent. So when you meet the standard qualification, the standard requirements of the specific unit of competency, you will receive the C. Okay? And if you are not yet competent, so don't be bothered. Your trainer, facilitator will help you to practice more and improve. This is indications that you may practice more or improve your specific skills. So for you to be able to fill in the training gaps. Okay? So are we clear with how will you be evaluated? Okay. So let me update you to our shop layout. So we have the fire extinguisher. Please be familiarized to our entrance and exit. So we have the washroom and the comfort room. So let me discuss to you the 9 parts of our workshop area. We have the trainer's resource area where you can find the CBLM, learning resource area where you can find the other references, and the contextual learning area where you can read the CBLM, and we have the computer room so you can take our test, and the practical work area where you can rehearse your specific skills. So we have the institutional assessment area where your assessment will be done, and we have the support service area. You can find the necessary materials and tools in a particular task. So we have the quality control area where I do check your written test. So we have the distance learning area where you can access our learning materials aside from the traditional printout. So are we clear with our workshop area?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's proceed to our training proper. So because trainees, you are new to me, I will give you the pre-assessment test. I will give you 30 minutes to answer this, and please answer as honest as you can, because the result of this assessment will be my basis on your training will be personalized according to your training needs. Okay? So are you done with the assessment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me get your pre-assessment. Thank you. So while I'm checking this pre-assessment, so you can take your lunch now. Okay? Please back after 30 minutes. Okay? Thank you. So welcome back, trainees. Are you ready? So I have here the result of your pre-assessment. So I found out that there is fresh graduates and there is a returnee from previous training. So, Miss Alonica, since you are a fresh graduate and you don't have any idea about the qualifications of EIM and C2, so I will assign you a contextual learning area where you can read the CBLM. But before that, you may get the CBLM at the trainer's resource area. You may read the information sheet on the guidelines on how to install lighting fixtures, and you may answer the self-check and type your answer at the answer key. Okay? You may proceed now. And Mr. Jigo, I found out that you are the returnee from previous training, and you have the basic and common for the qualifications of EIM. So I would like to discuss you on how to install the lighting fixtures and switches. So are you ready, Ms. Jigo? Mr. Jigo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, introduction. Electrical installation and maintenance EIM NC2 is a test of qualification which can concept and trainees on acquiring skills and knowledge to be able to perform in installations of lighting fixtures and switches. So our objectives is the trainer should be able to identify PPE, tools and materials and supply, and also use PPE materials, tools and equipment appropriately. Install lighting fixture. And for our learning outcome, the learner should be able to perform how to install lighting fixture. Our personal protective equipment is hard hat, goggles, gloves, and the safety shoes. The tools and equipment, we have the holster, multi-tester, and the screwdrivers. We also have the long nose pliers, combination pliers, and side cutting pliers. So the materials that are we going to use is the receptacle and the bulb, wire, and the electrical tape. So we also have the cover plate and the switch. So the task that you are going to watch is one valve controlled by a single switch. So I will play the video, Mr. Ang, on how to install lighting fixtures and switches.
Your fixture is marked correct.
So Mr. Ang, you have any questions about So how are you, Ms. Alonica? Are you done? Are you done with the CBLM? Okay, after you answer the self-check, you may proceed to the another information sheet, and you may answer the self-check, and then tell your answer again at the answer key, okay?
You will install the receptacle, securing it with a screw that held up the light fixture. Step 4. Connect the switch wire from the junction box to the utility box and place the wire to the switch fixture, then connect the switch thread to the terminal of the circuit breaker. Step 5. Tighten the screws, hold the fixture into place so that the equilibrium is position and not moving around. Yes, not so tight that you break the fixture, then watch the cover plate. jacket slowly turn on and hold the globe in place. Secure it with a nylon tube. About balance. Flexible conductor under the design. Protect the possibility of the fixture. Then notify the supervisor trainer to allow you to click on the breaker. Step 8. Turn the power back on at the breaker and set your new type fixture.
Okay, student Jigo up. So, you are done with watching the video. Have any other question?
None, ma'am.
Okay, you may proceed now at the practical work area for your demonstration. And you, Miss Alonica, are you done? Yes, we will proceed area. Okay, you may proceed at the practical work area. So, we'll do that demonstration. So, we have here at the practical work area. So, I will demonstrate to you on how to install lighting fixtures and switches. So, first step is wear the PPE properly. Okay. Next is make sure that our circuit breaker is turned on. And connect the wire to the devices. Okay. So now, trainees, I will give you your job sheet. You can perform this in 1 hour. So you can perform your own hits by using the performance criteria. Okay? Are you done, trainees? Okay, let me get your job sheet. So I will give you another job sheet to perform the task. So I will give you 1 hour to perform. And later I will rate your performance, okay, using the performance criteria checklist. Okay, trainees, you are done. So, Mr. Jigo, you are faster than what I have expected. May I sign your UID? And I will update your achievement chart, okay? So, may I see your work, Miss Alonica? Okay, you follow all the procedure, but you forgot to connect the switch pad on the switch wire. So, Mr. Jigo, would you mind to assist Miss Alonica to perform again the task?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, are you done, trainees?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Jigo, will you please proceed to the institutional assessment area and leave for me, okay? So, Miss Alonica, I will give you another job sheet to perform the task, okay? Good luck. Okay, you are done. Very good. So, you have finished your task for today. So, may I sign your TRD? And I will update your achievement chart. Okay? Congratulations. You may now proceed to the learning resource area. A practical institutional assessment area. Okay, you can wait here. Thank you. Hello, trainees.
Hello.
Hi. I will give you the written test. Okay? I will give you 30 minutes to answer this. So, are you done with the written test?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Trainees, please proceed to the practical work area for your demonstration. Okay? With that, so I will give you 1 hour for the demonstration. Okay, Mr. Jigo, you are done. Please proceed to the institutional assessment area. Please sign here. And wait for my instruction, okay? So you are done, Ms. Alonica. So will you please sign the waiting sheet? Please proceed to learning resource area and wait for your time for the oral question. Okay? Thank you. Hello, Mr. Jigo. So here is your oral questioning. So as a safety measure, why is it not advisable to use water in extinguisher electrical fires? So name at least 3 types of personal protective equipment. Okay, Mr. Jigo, I have here your written test, demonstrations, and written test. So, congratulations because you accomplished the unit of competency. So, later I will update your progress chart. For now, you may proceed to the learning resource area. So, I will sign your CRD. Okay? And the progress chart. Okay? Okay, Ms. Alonica, here is your oral questioning. So, name at least 3 types of personal protective equipment required to be worn most of the job sites.
Hard hat, safety boots, and gloves.
Explain how grounding system can prevent someone from receiving an electric shock.
By using gloves.
Okay. So, Ms. Alonica, I have here the results of demonstration, oral questioning, and the written test. And you are competent enough with our standard requirements of the unit of competency. So you may now proceed select another unit of competency. So with that regard, I will sign your CRD. And I will update your progress chart. So you may now proceed to the learning resource area and give for my instruction. Okay? So I have here the post test. Please answer this in 30 minutes. So trainees, are you done? Okay. So I am happy with your performance for today. So in that matter, will you please answer this training session evaluation form, because this This will help us to improve our training. Okay? Okay, thank you. Trainees. So, for tomorrow, you will read the CBLM at the contextual learning area. But before that, get your CBLM at trainers resource area and read you may select another unit of competency. You may read again the information sheet and then at the contextual learning area, and you may answer again the self-check and your answer at the answer keys. Okay? So that's all for today. Thank you, trainees. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Arigato!
Sharing hand ko.